Over the past year, the number of people using a food bank remains at a record high, with over 1 million 3-day emergency food supplies given to people from Trussell Trust food banks alone. CEO David McCauley says, 1 million 3-day food supplies given out by our food banks every year is 1 million too many. This must not become the new normal. We need to listen to the experiences of people facing hunger and poverty and work to find solutions to this problem together. Today, we are in Lancashire, taking a look inside one of the hundreds of food banks across the country, Blackburn Food Bank.
My name's Ros Jordan. I'm manager of Blackburn Food Bank. I was called to set up the food bank, so I actually set the place up 4 years ago. I'm a Christian, and over a period of time the Lord made it clear that there was a need for a food bank in Blackburn. Right, we opened in November 12, so 3.5 years we've been open to the public. When people come, they get 3 days supply of food, but we also do a sort of a mini assessment, and we look at what's brought them to needing the food. And it may be that we've got a gentleman, say, who's a tradesman who's been let down and people haven't paid him, so he's got a cash flow issue. And it may be that we can advise as to where he can get more support than just food. So everybody gets that chat, everybody gets a bit of sort of support and some food and a drink, but we listen for opportunities for signposting and for directing people into more support. We also have an IT room, so if people are struggling to get on the internet, because everything is faceless now, you can't go and call at the town hall and be advised, it has to be done over the internet. And obviously for a lot of our guests, they may not have internet, they may not know how to use it even if they have it, or they may have it, they may have a computer but they may not have the electricity on at the moment. So we have that facility. We also have a walk-in wardrobe where people can give a small donation and get kiddies clothing and this sort of thing to keep them from having to pay for expensive things in the shops. We have an amazing relationship with the 4 major supermarkets in the town. All 4 of them, Asda, Tesco, Morrisons and Sainsbury's, do everything we ask of them, to be honest. They allow us access to do supermarket collections. 2 of the stores have collection bins in, and there's a hope that the other 2 will eventually. So no, we're delighted with the support we get, both from the public and from supermarkets.
An estimated 15 million tonnes of food is wasted in the UK each year, at a cost of £5 billion. In this case, are supermarkets doing enough with their waste food to help their local charities that are in need of help? With Morrisons announcing in November they would be the first UK supermarket to donate all unsold food, we investigate to see how the scheme has gone down over the past 5 months.
This scheme started in January. It went live in January, but we set out a press release for it in November just to see if anybody would be interested. The scheme was set up because Morrisons thought that they wanted to do something with the waste that we had. It's not going down particularly well as we thought it was going to be. Because we have so much, they haven't got the storage space, to take it. Most people that we're giving it to cook for the homeless on certain days of the week, so they can't take, a massive amount of food. Obviously, we're not allowed to give alcohol and wine. Baby food is obviously restricted just in case. Food, as long as it's got 3 months after its sell-by date, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, unfortunately, we waste quite a lot of food, which is a shame, really. But some of the food we do bring up to the canteen, which we sell to staff at reasonable prices, and that does really well. Yeah, I mean, customers are great in Chorley. We have a trolley set up in the front of the store, which is for the local food bank, and that's always overfilling with grocery items, toys, clothes, you know. So we are very lucky that we do have that trolley for the local food bank.
So the scheme's gone down very successfully nationwide. Morrison's published how successful the scheme has been in its financial results, and it's formed part of the national advert for Morrison's. Locally, same as, fantastic. The two companies involved have done very well out of it. As a manager, it's extremely rewarding because we do waste quite a decent amount of stock every week, and now we can donate it to a charity. So yeah. So the two charities we donate to, both have fed back to our community champion, just how superb it is. Yeah, and how the stock they've got has gone to good use. The scheme in 5 years will be probably 5 times as big. There'll be more charities involved and more companies involved, so it'll just get bigger.
Back at Blackburn Food Bank, we see how the volunteers get on with their jobs.
Hi, I'm David and I'm a food bank volunteer. Well, I saw the news reports about the Trussell Trust and the food banks and how the increase in usage across the country, and I felt inspired to do something, and I got in contact and it was very easy to come and volunteer. Yeah, we always need help, and the more people we've got, the easier it is on everyone. And I think it's also good. You get to engage with a wide spectrum of society. You actually see the problems up front and personal, and you're not hidden away and, you know, lost behind the rhetoric of newspapers and stuff. You actually find out what the problems are with people. So I think it's good. I think when you speak to people about the food banks, they're in a bit of disbelief. They believe that no one in this country could possibly be going hungry. They don't want to really acknowledge it as a problem, when in fact, in here in Blackburn, we have people coming in every single day.
Does the current government need to take on more responsibility for the 1 million people using food banks up and down the country?
My fear is that consecutive governments, whether they acknowledge it or not, are actually wanting to write off about the bottom 20% of society. They're too complicated, they're too expensive to sort of keep going, so they're just wanting to sideline them a bit. And there will always be vulnerable people in society. Making the claim that everybody can work, it's just not true.
We meet with a lady in crisis who has turned to the food bank for help in order to try and get her life back on track. She wishes to stay anonymous.
Because I'm going through crisis as well, and I have bad days these days as well, so I can feel the pain of others. And this is the main thing. When I came here, I was needy, and I didn't like take anything free because it's been 13 years. I'm living in this country, never ask a penny from government, never ever go for the benefits or anything. And this is just, it's been 6 months. I'm in this situation now. I have no asylum aid. I have no any benefit, nothing at all. So Women Wellbeing Center, they refer me here to come and collect the food. But I wasn't feeling really down, feeling really bad. I'm begging for something, and I'm able to help others physically. So why I'm taking something free rather than helping them others? So all these thoughts, and when Dora offered me, when I came here, she gave me the food and I was crying, and she helped me, if you want to do the voluntary work. And I was already looking something voluntary so I can feel better in that sense. And because all my situation, I was going into deep depression. And when I came here, I felt better that I'm not only one in this world. There are more people who are in worse situation. And if they can cope with the situation, I can cope as well.
The UK is the world's 6th largest economy, yet 1 in 5 people live below the official poverty line. It is clear that this is an issue what needs to be addressed, and fast. Join in the conversation online using #1milliontoo many.